Ruchi Academy. Today we will discuss the poem The Childhood. Today we will discuss stanza-wise explanations, word meaning, important questions and important MCQs as well. So it's very important video. Stay tuned till the end. Let's get into the video. In this poem, the poet seems puzzled about the loss of childhood. It is natural in the process of growing up. Still, the poet tries to find an answer to his two queries. When did my childhood go? And where did my childhood go? First stanza. When did my childhood go? Was it the time I realized that hell and heaven could not be found in geography and therefore could not be? Was that the day? Now the word meanings are go. Here go means ended. खत्म हो गया. Ceased means ended. मतलब कि पूरा हुआ. In geography books. In geography means in geography books. Now the explanation. The poet reflects and tries to know the day he lost his childhood. He makes a guess. Perhaps he ceased to be a child when he completed 11 years, or perhaps he was no more a child when he came to know that hell and heaven are imaginary concepts. Hence, they don't exist anywhere, not even in the books of geography. Was that the day when he lost his childhood? Now, question related to stanza. What is the problem that grips the mind of the poet? The poet's mind is obsessed with the problem of his childhood. He wants to pinpoint the day he lost his childhood. Why does the poet mention the age of 11? The age of 11 is a critical age. Below this age, a person is counted as a child, and after it, he becomes an adolescent. When did the poet know that hell and heaven are imaginary concepts? The day he realized that hell and heaven are merely imaginary concepts, they don't exist even in geography books. Name the poet of the given passage. Markus Natten is the poet of the given passage. Find words from the passage which mean ended. Here ended means ceased. Felt means realized. So हम कह सकते हैं कि पोएट ने हमें इस स्टांजा में ये बताया है कि उन्होंने अपना बचपन किस तरह खो दिया. For revision purpose, now multiple choice questions are. You can give your answers in comment box. Let's start. First, the poet wants to know A. The day he became an adult. B. The day he lost his childhood. C. The day he became wise. D. The day he became responsible. And the correct answer is B. The day he lost his childhood. Hell and heaven could be found. A. Not in geography books. B. Not on the earth. C. Not in the sky. D. Not in the cities. Here the correct answer is A. Not in geography books. Third, therefore, could not be here means A. They could not be found. B. They could not exist. C. They could not continue. D. They could not trouble. The correct answer is B. They could not exist. Fourth, the day here means A. The day the poet lost his childhood. B. the day he was born, C. the day he became old, D. the day he went to school. Correct answer is A. The day the poet lost his childhood. When did my childhood go? Was it the time I realized that adults were not all they seemed to be? They talked of love and preached of love, but did not act so lovingly. Was that the day? Word meanings are realized means felt, adults means grown ups, seemed means appeared, preached means sermonized or a lecture, act means work. The explanation is again the poet puts the same question. He wants to know the day when he was no more a child. Perhaps it was the day when he realized that the grown ups were not exactly as good as they appeared to be. They frequently talked and taught of love, but in actions they proved just the opposite and showed little love. Was that the day when he lost his childhood? Now the questions are first, do you think the poet feels so bad at the loss of his childhood? Certainly, the poet suffers from a sense of loss at the loss of his childhood. What does the poet experience about the adults? The poet thinks that the grown up people are not as good as they appear to be. What's the difference between what they talk of and what they do? The grown ups talk and preach of love all the time. When it comes to practice, they never act so lovingly. What picture of the people does the poet form and why? The poet doesn't think very high of the grown up people of the world. There's a great difference between what they preach and how they act. Last question. Explain, but did not act so lovingly. It means that their actions are devoid of love. They don't act as lovingly as they talk of love. तो इस स्टैंजा में भी पोएट अपने खोए हुए बचपन के बारे में बात करते हैं और पोएट को ये एहसास होता है कि बड़े होने पर लोग कहते कुछ हैं और करते कुछ हैं. Multiple choice questions of this stanza are: first, the main issue in the lines is A. The day the poet became wise, B. The day he lost his childhood, C. The day he was 11, D. The day he preached of love, and the correct answer is B. The day he lost his childhood. Second, adults were not all they seemed to be. It means that A. Adults were good, B. Adults were bad, C. Adults were not as they appeared, D. Adults are cheats, and the correct answer is C. Adults were not as they appeared. Adult talked A. of love and preached of love, B. but loved no one, C. didn't act so lovingly, D. of love but hated others. Correct answer is A. of love and preached of life. Fourth, preached of love here means A. only talked of love and nothing else, B. talked of love and loved too, C. only talked of love, D. talked of love but didn't act lovingly. The correct answer is talked of love but didn't act lovingly. Next stanza. When did my childhood go? Was it when I found my mind was really mine? To use whichever way I choose, producing thoughts that were not those of other people, but my own and mine alone. Was that the day? The word meanings are really mine, which means when it was not influenced or directed by others. Means दूसरों के द्वारा प्रभावित ना होना. Choose, make a choice. Producing means creating. The poet goes on repeating the same question. He wants to know the day and time when he lost his childhood. Perhaps it was the day when he realized that his mind was really his own. He could use his mind the way he liked to choose. He could think independently, and his thoughts were not of other people, but of his own and his own alone. Perhaps that was the day when he lost his childhood. Question related to this stanza. First, explain my mind was really mine. It means that his mind acted independently and was not influenced or directed by others. How could he use his mind? He could use his mind the way he liked to use it. What kind of thoughts could be produced? He could produce his own thoughts thinking independently of others. Name the poem and the poet of these lines. The name of the poem is Childhood and it is written by Markus Natten. Use the phrase mine alone in your words. My life is mine alone, and others have no business to influence it. इस स्टैंजा में पोइट को ये रियलाइज होता है कि उनका जो माइंड है वो खुद यूज कर सकते हैं और अपने जैसे चाहे थॉट्स भी क्रिएट कर सकते हैं. MCQs for this stanza. First, my mind was really mine means that first, A. I could use my mind. B. I had my own mind. C. I could think independently without being influenced or directed by others. D. When I had a mature mind. And the correct answer is C. I could think independently without being influenced or directed by others. Third, he wanted his mind A. To have healthy thoughts, B. To have good thoughts, C. To think independently, D. To think rightly. And the correct answer is C. To think independently. Fourth, mine alone here means A. Not cheered by others, B. Not influenced by others, C. Not troubled by others, D. For myself only. And the correct answer is B. Not influenced by others. Stanza 4. Where did my childhood go? It went to some forgotten place? That's hidden. That's hidden in an infant's face. That's all I know. Now the word meanings are forgotten. Forgotten means which is not remembered. Hidden means concealed, छुपा हुआ. Infant means baby. Now the explanation. The poet is eager to know when he lost his childhood. He makes a guess. Perhaps his childhood has gone to a place which has been forgotten. All that he remembers is that perhaps his childhood is lying hidden in the innocent face of an infant. Question related to this stanza. First, what does the poet frequently talk of? The poet frequently talks of the loss of his childhood. Where did his childhood go? It went to a place that has been forgotten. Where does his childhood lie hidden? His childhood is lying hidden in the heart of an innocent infant. Explain, that's all I know. He knows only this, that his childhood seems to be lying hidden in the innocent face of an infant. Find a word in the passage which means a small baby. Infant. So finally, on the basis of his limited knowledge, he thinks that his childhood went to some forgotten place that was hidden in an infant's face. Now the multiple choice questions. First, what is that the poet is eager to know? A. About hell and heaven. B. About his life. C. About his future. D. Where his childhood had gone. And the correct answer is where his childhood had gone. Second, in the fourth stanza, the poet doesn't ask when, but A. The day he lost his childhood. B. Where did his childhood go? C. How he lost his childhood. D. Why he lost his childhood. And the correct answer is B. Where did his childhood go? Third, what is hidden in an infant's face? A. Innocence. B. Beauty. C. Freshness. D. Lost childhood. And the correct answer is lost childhood. That's all I know here means A. All that he can think. B. All that worries him. C. All that he remembers and understands. D. All that is told. And the correct answer is C. All that he remembers and understands. Let's discuss the main points to make it easy. First, the poet seems to be obsessed with the question, when did my childhood go? Second, when he completed 11 years, he grew rational. He realized that hell and heaven are imaginary concepts and don't exist anywhere but only in the mind. Third, there came a period in the poet's life when he saw hypocrisy in the lives of grown-ups. Perhaps that was the time when he lost his childhood. Fourth, when the poet developed his own individuality, that was the stage when he ceased to be a child. Fifth, he started thinking independently without being influenced or directed by others. Sixth, in the last stanza, the poet doesn't ask when he lost his childhood, but asks where his childhood has gone to. 7. The poet himself gives an answer. His childhood stands for innocence, and it is lying hidden in the innocent face of an infant. So, the poet implies that adolescence follows childhood in the same way as childhood had replaced infancy. It is a stage in the process of growing up. Now we have done with this poem. I hope this video will help you for exam preparation. If you want to see the Hindi summary, you can click the link given here. Share this video. See you soon.